lines around in this game. So we'll see if Germany can squeeze this game tight for a period or so and make it a short game.
Kaleniuk, a long shot that's tipped wide by Kirill Marchenko. 8 Russian players back from last year. Is the heavily laden 19-year-old lineup. 20 to 23 players are 19 years of age. And a bouncing puck down to Askarov. So the question for the Russians was who would start in goal. Askarov came on in relief against the United States. Stopped all 6 shots he faced after getting lit up in their opener against the Czechs. Now a bouncing puck in front of Hanna, still loose, and scooped up by the 17-year-old sensation Tim Stützle. And Stützle pokes out ahead. That his team would draw inspiration from the German. Philip Maas picks it up for Germany. Through the middle for Dominic Bach. That pass out of the reach of Tero Jinich. Now brought ahead quickly by Podkolzin. Vasili Podkolzin drops it back. Oh, what a stop by Hanna on Marchenko.
An unbelievable chance as Daniel Burt gets caught at the blue line. And Podkolzin is going to drag the defenseman over. Really nice positioning by the goaltender Hanna to the tournament.
Hanna's not a big guy, 5'10", 159 pounds. He had a .949 save percentage in Division 1A last year as Germany won promotion. Their first appearance in the top division since 2015. They got relegated in the tournament in Toronto and Montreal. Podkolzin tries to center it. Moritz Seider knocks that away. Seider is averaging 26.5 minutes a game. That's 2 minutes a game more than any other skater in the tournament.
And he'll see a lot of this top group of Russian forwards.
Dominic Bach goes in for it. Bach worked that free. And Polyenkov picks it up for the Russians. Podkolzin. The closest game these two ever played was in 1994 here in Ostrava. It was a 1-0 win by the Russians over Germany. That long shoot in by Leon Hukelin's glove by Askarov. Marchenko tries to squeeze that ahead. And now played in by Yench. Askarov swings that around. And Zhuravlov around for Podkolzin. Vasili Podkolzin lost the puck to Reichel. And Podkolzin chops it back out. Marchenko is trying to find Voronkov busting in there. Marchenko back with it. Podkolzin trying to dig it free. And now Podkolzin snaps it back. Marchenko, another drive, and Hanna has it.
The Czechs were shorthanded 10 times that game. Or rather, the Czechs were shorthanded 7. The Germans 10 in that game. I mean, that was a parade to the penalty box.
Podkolzin wheels that around. Back at the point is Daniel Polyenkov. Romanov on the second power play unit for the Russians. Podkolzin centers it. And Marchenko couldn't reach that. Stops his stick on the ice in frustration. Romanov winds it and fires. He hammered that wide. Here's Marchenko back with it. Play back to Romanov. Romanov shoots. And that was blocked by Bruna. Alexander Romanov. Polyenkov a long shot. Oh, teammate Podkolzin in the face. Morozov in, shoots, and a glove save by Hanna. Holds it. Drives it back across to Morozov. Dorofeyev. Zhuravlov. Nisu to Podkolzin. Russians playing keep away now. Exhausted Germans on the ice. Podkolzin walks in.
These are the type of games that end up 6-0. Eventually the door cracks open unless Germany can start getting to the puck a little bit.
Marchenko drops it off to Podkolzin. Zhuravlov slides that back to Marchenko. Voronkov. Podkolzin feeds it across, the pass back in front, they score, it's off a skate in. And Marchenko's got his second. The Russians take a 2-0 lead. That's a good 2.5 minutes in the German zone.
Moving the puck around with control, almost easier than a power play when the defensive team's that tired. They just couldn't move. Henrik Hanna's been in his crouch most of this period as the puck has been in the zone, and Marchenko, who didn't have a goal in the tournament, has got 2 here in the first period. This is going to go off Huddle's foot and through Hanna's leg.
St. Petersburg in the KHL, the age of 17, got the win in it. He almost single-handedly won the gold medal for the Russians at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup in the summer with a .960 save percentage. It was dynamite against Canada in the gold medal game. Podkolzin trying to dig it free. And played ahead by Heinzinger. Back down to the Russian zone. Askarov way out to play it. Loves to play the puck. .40 seconds to go in the German power play. They had some looks there with the first unit. And now Peterka, who's got a couple of power play goals, moves in. Peterka lines that around to Valenti. Back at the point is Huttel. Reichel. Back across, Valenti. At the point is Huttel. Now Reichel to the goal mouth. He goes Peterka. Rolling puck, feeds it back. Huttel fanning that shot. And Morozov can't clear it out. Brought in by Lovak. Final seconds now, the power play. Peterka feeds it back to Huttel. Long wrist shot that goes wide up the other side to Podkolzin. Denisenko steps out, and Podkolzin looking for him, but it's kicked down by Valenti. No shots for Germany on that power hold against the Czechs after rolling 4 goals on 17 shots through 2 periods. Podkolzin comes in, gets around Mick. And that shot by Galina was blocked. Galina pushes it down to Voronkov. As for who will play for Russia in the medal round, should they get there? Good luck with that. Bragin changes goaltenders in mid-tournament, in mid-game, you name it. Romanov, long shot, kicked up by Hanna, rebound, and Voronkov whistled that just wide. Power play units. Podkolzin with it now, Vasili Podkolzin. Vancouver first rounder, heels back in the corner. Lines it back to Romanov. Alexander Romanov to Marchenko. Marchenko to Romanov. Romanov, the top defenseman in last year's tournament. Lines that down to Marchenko. To Podkolzin. Ma steps into him. Shinko trying to move it out. And Shinko can't work that free. Hutla dives though and plays it out.
It's a nice effort.
And Morozov being tied up there by Lovak.
He's a really solid defender. Even at the men's level, you know, when he was playing at the World Championships, of course, Detroit drafted him about a month later.
Voronkov to Missul working in. Bouncy puck loose in front. Stutzla knocked it away, and away comes Tim Stutzla. Up ahead to Peterka. Peterka. Drop pass for Stutzla, got away from him. And the Russians back the other way. Podkolzin drops it back. Marchenko shoots, knocked away by Hanna. Back and forth they go. Here's Stutzla skated by the puck. Marchenko feeds it across to Podkolzin. Down to Marchenko.
Oof. In the draft. And
Sider to Bach. He was bottled up there by Missul. And Podkolzin plays it back to center ice. Not much doing on the German power play so far. Stutzla had to wait for Schutz to get back onside. And Sider dropped that back. Was almost picked off by Sorkin. Sider, nifty move on Podkolzin there. Up ahead for Jentz to Stutzla. Stutzla drops that back to Sider. Puts it back to Stutzla. In the corner for Jentz. Back to Sider. Down to Stutzla, walks in, feeds the goal mouth, and Jentz puts that through the crease. Bach back with it. To Sider, back to Bach. Bach's little backhand pass is picked off, and the Russians break out 2-on-1, shorthanded. Morozov with Podkolzin. Morozov shoots, and Hanna got a piece of that. Dorofeyev with it. Drops it back to Podkolzin.
Russia still on the power play.
Marchenko down to Podkolzin, minute and a half in his man advantage. At the point, Romanov to Marchenko. Marchenko swings it across. Dorofeyev scores! Another power play. Voronkov Drops that back. Podkolzin lines in. Podkolzin feeds across Marchenko. Hitting for a hat trick. That was stopped by Hudl. Sweden a 4-0 lead on the Slovaks in Trinets. The Swedes continue to roll along in the preliminary round of the World Junior Championship.
I guess that'll be 52 for them, right? 52 straight pool wins.
Romanov takes the return pass. 30 seconds to go in the Russian power play. Hana the save. Marchenko feeds it back across. And Dorofeyev scores. Canada at 6 points. Canada plays the Czech Republic tonight. And Marchenko backhands out ahead.
So they moved Morozov to a new line, put the big sturdy Voronkov in the middle, and kind of sprung their team a little bit more free. 5 goals today. The Germans look like they're just out of legs right now after back-to-back nights against Canada.
Oh, centered past Marchenko. Peterka tied up there by Voronkov. And Voronkov feeds it back to Malyshev. Anton Malyshev getting a rare shift for the Russians. The only right-handed shot in their blue line core. Podkolzin pivots back. Puts it around to Marchenko. And Stutzla pokes up to an open corner to Dirt. That pass picked off. Germans hemmed in here again. Finally, Reichel picks up the rolling puck and chips it there to Stutzla. In comes Stutzla. Winds his way in and shoots. Gets someone in front, now knocked down. Novak. His shot deflected wide. Jumping up is Nick and played around by Zhuravlov. Looks ahead for Valente. Valente feeds that back to Hudl. Back down to Valente. And Podkolzin picks that off. Feeds it back and a breakaway chance for Morozov. Morozov in, shoots it high.
Just like Marchenko felt early in the game, that's Morozov now.
Some Russia game, the gold medal game at the Olympics in 2018. The Germans had it, really. On the power play with the lead late. Now to the point, Marchenko pounded that wide.
And it wasn't undeserved. I mean, I was doing that game. They were the better team. It was amazing to think they were that close and on the power play with just over 2 minutes left. The block shot. Yannick Seidenberg's helmet came off, so he left the ice. They scored shorthand. It was crazy the way that turned out.
Now Podkolzin gets his stick up on Yench, and a penalty coming to Russia. As Askarov
in the draft in St. Louis this year.
Peterka back at the point for Hudl. Plenty of shot. Askarov makes the stop. Rebound, and Lobach with a chance there, turned away.
A good block by Romanov there on the rebound to get in front of that rebound attempt.
Podkolzin drops it back. Rink wide pass.
Better and better as
set going to the medal round. Which team will we see?
How many times have we seen a Russian team that just gets better and better as the tournament goes along?
Lead pass for Podkolzin. Final minute now of the third period. Marchenko works it free. Marchenko shoots, and Chichka makes the stop. And Sider plays that back.